unlocked in this new trade deal between India and the US, which is now being hailed as the father of all deals. So, with this tariff reduction on India from 50 to 18%, let's now tell you, where do other countries stand? India, like I told you, is at 18%. Apart from that, Brazil is at 50%. That's the tariff imposed by the US on Brazil, 50%. China is at 37%. Moving on to Canada, 35%. South Africa, 30%. And Vietnam at 20%. There's more. European Union is at 15%. Japan at 15% as well. And the United Kingdom clearly at 10%. So India, of course, has an upper edge when compared to other countries here. Well, my colleague Aditya has been tracking the story very closely. He's now joining me live. Aditya, while we have been talking about how this is the father of deal between both the countries, shed some light on how historic this deal is and how this deal will open new opportunities for workers in both the countries and also will position India on an upper platform when compared to the other countries.
Well, definitely, this is a massive development between India and United States. This deal has been under talks and negotiations for last several months. You can imagine that the India-EU, the mother of all deals, took about 19 years of negotiation and talks. But when it comes to the US-India deal, it took merely months. Of course, there were various twists and turns. There were pressure tactics that were applied. A lot of commentary from, Howard Lutnick and Peter Navarro from the United States as well. But finally, the deal has been clinched. It's a win-win diplomatic situation, and 20 years of strategic partnership now taken to another level. When it comes to Russian oil, that has been a bone of contention, really, because India spoke about strategic autonomy and the concerns of the Indian masses that needs to be met first, and that would be the top priority always for the government of India. Now, top sources in the government of India continuing with that strategic autonomy point and saying that energy demands nationally would only be met with the best kind of pricing that India deserves. It came from Russia, so India went to Russia. If it comes from Venezuela or US, India will move towards that. The tariffs have been slashed drastically, from 50% to 18% now, and there will be a huge market access also mutually for India and the United States. Of course, the nitty-gritties and the technical points will be revealed maybe in a few hours from now. There's a press conference of Piyush Goyal, also India's Minister for Commerce and Industry. In a few minutes from now, will he spill the beans on the technical aspects of the trade deal that was finally arrived at between New Delhi and DC? All eyes on that big PC. He was slated to speak inside the parliament, but there was an adjournment because of the showdown within the parliament between the opposition and the government. So as of now, it's a win-win situation for United States and India. And all we are waiting now for is the signing ceremony of the deal and how this is finally going to be implemented, perhaps in a phased manner, and perhaps be beneficial for both the people of America and India.
Absolutely, Aditya. It's a win-win deal for India and the United States of America. We'll, of course, be tracking that presser from India's Commerce Minister in just moments from now. But thanks for getting us the latest. Let's tell you more about the big winners when it comes to the India-US trade deal, father of all deals. That's what it is being called. Number one, consumer exporters. These are the big winners of the trade deal. So by that we mean packaged food and rice exports. They benefit. Then the second aspect is that it leads to incremental export growth from India towards the United States of America and also improved competitiveness in the foreign market. Let's also now tell you about how this is a historic deal. It's been perhaps 5 deals in 12 months. We've given you a lowdown of the big winners and the impact that it will have. Let's now tell you about how 5 key deals have been inked in the last 12 months. The first was in July 2025. This was the CETA with the United Kingdom. Second was in December last year, that is between India and Oman. The second deal was the India-Oman Economic Partnership Agreement. Moving on to the third deal, India-New Zealand FRA. And then, of course, before this father of all deals was inked, just few days ago, India also inked a historic mother of all deals with the European Union, which happened in January. That's the India-EU Free Trade Agreement. Again, a big win for India. And the latest, the fifth deal, which has been inked in the last 12 months. It is the India-US trade deal. So this is the lowdown of all the 5 deals inked in the last 12 months. Let's now take you through the big winners when it comes to the trade deals. Let's tell you more about the big winners. I'll ask my producer to shift to that wall. Okay, so the first is the United States of America, 28% of India's textile exports. What's the impact? Faster order recovery. And that's the impact of the first aspect, leading to margin expansion. Moving on to improved export competitiveness as well. So these are the big winners, the textiles and the apparels. Then we also have the second sector, which is the US key shrimp and frozen food market. So what's the impact here of the US key shrimp and frozen food market? First impact is that better pricing. Second, volume recovery. And third, stable export demand. Well, the third sector which has emerged, the big winner, is the auto and auto ancillaries. Let's tell you more about them. US OEM linkage. Then it also strengthens position as cost-efficient hub. What's the impact here? First impact is sustained order inflows. The second impact, margin support. And lastly, long-term export visibility. So Aditya is still here with us. Aditya, if I had to ask you which sector perhaps emerged as a big winner, of course, you've given our viewers a lowdown of all the key sectors, but talk to us more about how this deal is a win-win for both India and the United States of America.
Well, it gives more market access. It's a long-term export visibility, as you rightly pointed out, for India as well as for the United States. And of course, there would be important details that will come out in that press conference of Piyush Goyal as to how the reduction of the tariffs is a massive boost for trade as well. Remember, every year, there are thousands of students that go to study there, but also there are a lot of skilled workers from India going to United States. And let's remember that this year has been a year of trade deals for India. It began from the United Kingdom sometime in July last year and then went on to New Zealand, to Oman, and to the mother of all deals, the India-EU deal, and of course, the India-US deal now. What we are being told now is that Canada is very eager to begin the CEPA agreement with India as well, and that would be on cards when Mark Carney perhaps visits India between Feb and March of 2026, and there would be visits from the Indian Commerce Minister and Finance Minister also to Canada. But the mother of all deals, apart from the India-EU deal, has been the India-US deal as well, from oil to exports to imports, everything drastically changing, the dynamics changing completely. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke this morning about this particular deal that has been achieved between Trump and Modi administration, and what he focused on was that patience finally pays off. India was criticized, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was criticized on this trade deal, the kind of barbs that India faced from the US administration, but finally India has prevailed. He also stressed and focused on the fact that India's manufacturing is going to get a huge boost. So that clearly indicates that the Make in India initiatives of the government of India, the Atmanirbhar Bharat that Prime Minister has been speaking about over the layers, will get a huge boost. So we are awaiting that press conference from Piyush Goyal. Jai Shankar, India's External Affairs Minister, is also in DC. He's going to attend the Critical Minerals Ministerial in a few hours from now as well. So a lot of hectic activities both in New Delhi and DC as we talk about the big talking point on the US-India deal.
But absolutely, Aditya, and Prime Minister Modi also said that the India-US trade deal was a big decision. Stay with us. We'll come back to you in moments from now. Let's also tell our viewers more about the other who are big winners when it comes to this aspect, and that is chemicals, which has emerged as a big winning sector in India-US trade deal. We say that because US is a key end market. What's the impact? Number one, margin expansion. then stronger export pricing and better demand outlook. Hence, these are some of the various sectors which have emerged as the big winners when it comes to the historic India-US trade deal. Of course, like my colleague mentioned, in moments from now, India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal will be addressing a press conference, perhaps detailing the contours and giving us more insights on the father of all deals between India and the United States of America. Well, trade deal politics has also exploded. While we are bringing you updates on how historic this deal is, there's been politics which has also erupted, with Rahul Gandhi now launching its sharpest attack yet on Prime Minister Modi over the India-US talks. The LOP alleged that the trade deal has been finalized under pressure, accusing the Prime Minister of selling out national interests. Rahul questioned the tariff concessions, claimed the government is caving in to US and said that the nation deserves answers on what exactly India has agreed to. Escalating the attack further, Rahul also alleged fear at the top, claiming that the Prime Minister of India is under pressure and trying to deflect scrutiny, even dragging global controversies into the debate. Before we move ahead, listen in to what Rahul Gandhi said today outside Parliament.
मैं तीन चीजें बोलना चाहता हूं। पहली चीज बोलने नहीं दे रहे हैं। मोदी जी घबराए हुए हैं। आपने देखा जो ट्रेड डील 4 महीने से रुकी हुई थी। 4 महीने से कुछ बदला नहीं। किसी न किसी कारण, जो मैं जानता हूं नरेंद्र मोदी जानते हैं, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कल शाम उस डील को साइन कर दिया। नरेंद्र मोदी जी पर प्रेशर है, भयंकर प्रेशर है, और नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो इमेज का गुब्बारा है, जो हजारों करोड़ रुपए लेकर बनाया गया था, वो फूट सकता है।
राज्यसभा में कांग्रेस पार्टी ने वॉकआउट किया। इंडिया यूएस ट्रेड को लेकर के ये झूठ फैला रहे हैं, ये ठीक नहीं है। अभी मैंने सुना है कांग्रेस वालों ने कहा कि एग्रीकल्चर हमारा फार्मर्स को नुकसान होने जा रहा है। ऐसा झूठ नहीं फैलाना चाहिए। ट्रेड डील जो इतना ऐतिहासिक भारत और अमेरिका के बीच में हुआ है, तो भारत अमेरिका ट्रेड डील का डिटेल आपको मालूम नहीं है। आप गुमराह करने के लिए काहे को ये बोल रहे हैं कि किसानों को नुकसान हो रहा है।
It's a historic deal, and full credit for that has to go to our Prime Minister, who has waited patiently to ensure that the best conditions were available before we finalize the deal. It is also attributable to the very strong personal chemistry he enjoys with President Trump. And you saw President Trump said he's one of my greatest friends. He's a very powerful leader, and I think he was full of praise for Prime Minister Modi.
And well, my colleague Aishwarya is now joining me live from outside Parliament. He's been tracking all that's happening today on day 2 of the Parliament session. Aishwarya, the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, yet again peddling lies, alleging that the farmers' interest has been compromised, despite the centre, the government saying that the interest of farmers and that of all Indians have been kept as one of their top priorities. Tell us more about how politics has yet again mallified this historic deal between India and the US.
Well, certainly the centre has slammed Rahul Gandhi, and the centre categorically dismissed the claims made by Rahul Gandhi as far as what the other Congress MPs are also saying, that the farmers' interest was not kept in mind, that was compromised. It was the government sources who indicated to us that it is farmers' interest that was paramount. No compromise has been done as far as agriculture sector in this US trade deal is concerned. In fact, some of the BJP MPs went on to say that Rahul Gandhi is a fake factory and he's peddling lies. Until and unless the details are not being out, how can the Congress MPs know that the agriculture sector had been compromised? So certainly, it is. Since morning, many of the opposition MPs stating and slamming the center over the US trade deal, that why so many decisions have been taken from Washington, why it is US president who has been announcing this deal and rather the parliament was not kept under the consideration. It is the government and leader of the House in Rajya Sabha, JP Nadda, who categorically stated that government is ready to give all the details in the parliament, but let the opposition run the parliament smoothly, and then only there could be a discussion. Many things have been said by the opposition parties in terms of the disclosure of the details, but these are sensitive matters. We're expecting Piyush Goyal to address that press conference at around 5:15 p.m. when the details will be out. But certainly it is 8 of the MPs. Remember later when Rahul Gandhi was not being able to speak, got suspended because of unruly behavior as well. Rahul Gandhi clearly mentioning that it is Narendra Modi government who was under tremendous pressure, and because of that, he last night.
Right, absolutely, Ashwarya. And all these allegations without any proof, without any basis, but thanks for getting us the latest at this point of time. Moving on to other stories now. Adani Defence and Aerospace has now entered into a strategic partnership with Italy's Leonardo to set up a comprehensive helicopter manufacturing ecosystem in India. Leonardo, a major international player in aerospace, defence and security, brings major technological expertise to the partnership. The move is in response to the Indian Armed Forces' projected demand for more than 1,000 helicopters over the next decade. This partnership aims to promote sovereign manufacturing and also strengthen India's capacity in the aerospace and defence sectors.
Join me, Mr. Jeet Adani, the director of Adani Aerospace and Defence. Sir, you have signed a deal with Leonardo today. What does it really signify for the group?
For the group, it's a reaffirmation to the commitment of being an important player in the overall aviation ecosystem. Not just across service or airports, but also was manufacturing. And we want to give an end-to-end service to our clients across airlines, across armed forces, and be able to serve the country better and create more economics for the people of the country.
So last week it was about regional jets. This time it is about helicopters. Next week, what else can we expect? What is the next step?
This is it for now. This is it for now.
Well, we have been joined by Mr. Ashish Rajvanshi, the CEO of Adani Defence and Aerospace. So many thanks being to NDTV Profit. Today you have signed an MOU with Leonardo for choppers in India. Could you elaborate on that? What is the long-term plan?
The long-term plan is aligned to Viksit Bharat 2047. It's a very important need for the country, both in terms of the capability and indigenization, which we are trying to address. So if you look at the whole rotary platforms market, both on the military side and the civil side, there's a huge deficit, and this deficit is growing by the day. So briefly talking about Indian military needs, we are talking about more than 800 helicopters which are required to fulfill the needs of Army, Navy and Air Force over the next 5 to 7 years. At the same time, on the civil side, the penetration is less than 1% for both regional connectivity and urban mobility. And the helicopters can play a very important and complementary role to the fixed-wing aircraft.
And which are the first few helicopters that you're going to assemble and then later on manufacture in India?
So the starting point, what we discussed as part of the presentation, is going to focus on AW169 and AW109, which are respectively meeting the Navy and the Army requirements. And as and when the portfolio grows, we can look into other areas also.
And so what are your plans regarding civil helicopters?
Civil helicopter. See, it's the same helicopter which can be used for both. AW169 can be used both for military as well as civil. AW109 can be used for both military and civil. So it's a dual-use helicopters which can be used for either side. Not a problem.
And so very lastly, by when can we expect things, hitting ground? By when can we expect the final investment amount to come out and the area where you will be finally?
Teams are working together on detailing the business plan. And the business plan will include the capacity, the infrastructure, the location, and the timelines for indigenization. But should be in the next couple of weeks.
Many thanks to NDTV. Thank you, sir.
Well, slipping into a very short break, but come right back. Lots planned for you here on Prime 5.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand. Motorola Signature, India's #1 camera phone. Grab Motorola Signature today.
Fiery showdown in Parliament for a second day as Rahul Gandhi again tried to read out excerpts from General M.M. Naravne's book on the India-China standoff. 8 Congress MPs suspended for throwing papers at the chair. Face-off over India-US trade deal in Parliament. Rahul Gandhi attacked the government over the trade deal, says the Prime Minister was under pressure, sold out the country. The government sources say farmers' interests remain protected. Piyush Goyal to brief Parliament. Mamata Banerjee's plea against the Election Commission regarding the SIR process is listed tomorrow for hearing in Supreme Court. Mamata Banerjee to be present during SIR hearing in SC. SC's big exit India warning to Meta over WhatsApp privacy, says Meta cannot play with the privacy rights in the country in the name of data sharing.
Made in US, Malaysia.
मेड इन इंडिया क्यों नहीं? हमारे पास क्या है? मस्टर्ड ऑयल. इट इज आवर फ्लैगशिप ऑयल.
और हमें गर्व है कि 1933 से हम पी मार्क कच्ची घानी मस्टर्ड ऑयल का उत्पादन कर रहे हैं. इस मूल्यवान स्वदेशी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हमने खुद को समर्पित किया है पीढ़ियों से.
माँ भी हमेशा पी मार्क मस्टर्ड ऑयल में ही खाना बनाती थी.
कुछ तो बात है इस दिल में. पी मार्क द मस्टर्ड स्पेशलिस्ट सिंस 1933.
सरसों से सरसों.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
The NDTV Golf Pro-Am, in partnership with PGTI, comes to you from the heart of South Mumbai at the historic Willingdon Sports Club.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का साधुवाद कर रहा है कि उन्होंने यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के साथ एक बहुत ही बढ़िया ट्रेड डील, जिसका देशवासियों को कई महीनों से इंतजार था, संपन्न किया है. देशहित और जनहित को सामने रखते हुए एक बड़ा मजबूत भारत के भविष्य को 4 चांद लगाने वाला ट्रेड डील माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में कल रात फाइनलाइज किया गया है. मैं 140 करोड़ देशवासियों की तरफ से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का धन्यवाद करता हूं और आप सभी को बधाई देता हूं, क्योंकि ये वास्तव में भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था को, भारत के 140 करोड़ नागरिकों को, हर गरीब, किसान, मछुआरा, गांव में रहने वाला युवा, युवती, हमारी बहनें, महिलाएं, सभी के लिए ढेर सारे अवसर लाने वाला ट्रेड डील माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कल तय किया. साधारणतः तो हम पार्लियामेंट में बोलना चाहते थे इसके बारे में, लेकिन हम सबने देखा वो भद्दा दृश्य, जिस प्रकार से विपक्ष, विशेषकर राहुल गांधी जी के नेतृत्व में कांग्रेस पार्टी और उनके मित्र पक्ष डीएमके, तृणमूल कांग्रेस, समाजवादी पार्टी, कितना भद्दा व्यवहार आज उन्होंने पार्लियामेंट में किया। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी की आसन तक पहुंचकर उनका अपमान किया। मैं घोर निंदा करता हूं विपक्ष की, राहुल गांधी जी की, जिसके कारण हम पार्लियामेंट के बदले आज आपके समक्ष यहां पे जानकारी देने आए हैं। हम सब जानते हैं कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने मित्रता के रखते प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप के साथ जो उनके आत्मीय संबंध है, उसके मद्देनजर जो ट्रेड डील यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के साथ फाइनलाइज की है, वो हमारे सभी पड़ोसी, सभी आसपास के देश, सभी जो देश हमारे साथ स्पर्धा करते हैं, उन सभी देशों में सबसे बढ़िया डील भारत को मिली है। आप सबको, हम सबको मिली है, जो देशवासियों के उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए शुभ संकेत लाती है। हम सब जानते हैं, महीनों से हमारी नेगोशिएटिंग टीम्स यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के अधिकारियों के साथ, मंत्रियों के साथ लगातार डायलॉग बनाई हुई थी, बातचीत में कर रही थी। कई सारे जटिल विषय थे, कई सारी समस्याएं थी। भारत के ऊपर 50% रेसिप्रोकल टैरिफ लगा हुआ था। उद्योग जगत को, हमारे किसानों को जो बड़ी मात्रा में निर्यात करते हैं, सभी को तकलीफ हो रही थी। हमारे मरीन एक्सपोर्टर्स, सी फूड एक्सपोर्टर्स भी दिक्कत में थे। वस्त्र क्षेत्र, टेक्सटाइल सेक्टर में भी आवश्यकता थी कि ये रेट कम हो। यहां तक कि कुछ दिन पहले तक विपक्ष के नेता भी हमें पूछ रहे थे कि कब होगा यूएस डील। और मैं हैरान हूं, ये डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स जो राहुल गांधी जी बार बार दिखाते हैं। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कल इतनी बढ़िया डील भारत के लिए तय की है, जो इतने वर्ष, एक महीनों में हम तय नहीं कर पा रहे थे। उन्होंने अपने मित्रता के आधार पर भारत के हितों को प्राथमिकता देते हुए और भारत की तेज गति से बढ़ती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था को विश्व के सामने जिस प्रकार से पेश किया है, उसके चलते भारत को यह बढ़िया डील माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में मिली है। मैं पुनः एक बार उनके नेतृत्व के लिए, उनके मार्गदर्शन के लिए और जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने जनहित और देशहित को संभाला है, उसके लिए उनका धन्यवाद करता हूं। मित्रों, हम सब जानते हैं, पूरा देश जानता है किस प्रकार से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री हमेशा हमारे किसानों के लिए, पशुपालन के साथ जुड़े हुए हमारे भाई बहनों के लिए, डेयरी सेक्टर के लिए लगातार चिंतित रहते हैं, उनके हितों की संरक्षण करते हैं। यहां तक कि हमने देखा इतना बड़ा ट्रेड डील, रीजनल कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक पार्टनरशिप आरसेप, जिसमें कांग्रेस ने भारत को झोंक दिया था 2011-12 में, एक प्रकार से चाइना के साथ एफटीए करने का पाप राहुल गांधी ने किया था। उससे भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने देश को बचाया और आरसेप से जुड़ने से इनकार कर दिया, जिसके बाद पूरे देश में राहत की सब चारों ओर से सूचना आई थी। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने हमेशा एग्रीकल्चर और डेयरी इन दोनों सेक्टर्स को संभाला है, उनके हितों को संभाला है और इस क्षेत्र में लोगों को उज्जवल भविष्य मिले और मौके मिले, आमदनी बढ़े, उसके लिए लगातार काम किया है। कभी उनके साथ, उनके हितों के साथ समझौता माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नहीं होने दिया और मुझे खुशी है कि पूरा देश इस बात को समझता है, इस बात का उनको आकलन है और यूएस ट्रेड डील में भी भारत के जो सेंसिटिव सेक्टर्स हैं, एग्रीकल्चर को लेके, डेयरी को लेके, उनको संरक्षित किया गया है। हमने पूरे देश भर से आई हुई खबरों को देखा, चारों ओर उल्लास है। हमारे जितने लोग भारत के निर्यात में जुड़े हुए हैं, भारत के टेक्नोलॉजी सेक्टर से जुड़े हुए हैं, भारत में नई आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी लाकर या ग्लोबल सप्लाई चेन्स, ग्लोबल वैल्यू चेन्स का हिस्सा बनना चाहते हैं, ग्लोबल कैपेबिलिटी सेंटर्स लगाना चाहते हैं, निवेश करना चाहते हैं। अलग अलग क्षेत्र जो विशेषकर लेबर इंटेंसिव है, जिसमें लाखों करोड़ों लोगों को नौकरी का, रोजगार का साधन मिलता है, वो सब कितने उत्साहित हैं इस ट्रेड डील से। हमारे मछुआरे जो सी फूड एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, उन्होंने जिस प्रकार से सभी कोस्टल रीजन्स में खुशी मनाई है, ये दर्शाता है कि ये ट्रेड डील भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य का शुभ संकेत लेके आई है। मित्रों, मैं मानता हूं कि इस ट्रेड डील से हमारे जो सूक्ष्म, लघु और मध्यम उद्योग है, एमएसएमई सेक्टर है, हमारे इंजीनियरिंग सेक्टर के सभी प्लेयर्स, चाहे ऑटो कंपोनेंट्स बनाते हो, एयरक्राफ्ट पार्ट्स बनाते हो, इंजीनियरिंग के अलग अलग प्रकार के सामान अमेरिका में बेचने का काम करते हो या भविष्य में करना चाहें, हमारे टेक्सटाइल क्षेत्र, हमारा जेम एंड ज्वेलरी सेक्टर, हमारा लेदर गुड सेक्टर, हमारा मरीन गुड सेक्टर, सभी को ढेर सारे अवसर, ढेर सारे मौके इस ट्रेड डील के माध्यम से मिलेंगे। बड़ा दुर्भाग्य है कि राहुल गांधी जैसे नकारात्मक सोच रखने वाले नेता देश को आज गुमराह या भ्रमित करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। मैं घोर निंदा करता हूं राहुल गांधी जी की। झूठ और फरेब के नाम पे वो लोगों को गुमराह करना चाहते हैं। उनको देश की तरक्की से कोई लेना देना नहीं। देश आगे बढ़ रहा है, विश्व की सबसे तेज गति से बढ़ने वाली अर्थव्यवस्था बना है, उनको उससे कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है। उनका बस चले तो जिस प्रकार से यूपीए के राज में, कांग्रेस के राज में 10 वर्षों में उन्होंने भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था को ध्वस्त कर दिया था, फ्रेजाइल 5 इकोनॉमी बना दी, महंगाई से लोगों को परेशान कर दिया, विकास यात्रा ठप कर दी। उनका बस चलेगा तो भारत को फिर एक बार उसी प्रकार से देखना चाहेंगे। और मुझे नहीं लगता भारत का एक भी व्यक्ति, एक भी नागरिक उनके इस भ्रामक सोच के साथ अपने आप को जोड़ सकता है। राहुल गांधी जी एक नकारात्मक सोच के प्रतीक है और उनके साथ जुड़कर डीएमके पार्टी के नेता हो, तृणमूल के नेता हो, चाहे वो समाजवादी पार्टी के नेता हो, इन सभी ने शायद भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य, हमारे युवा युवतियों को जो नए अवसर मिल रहे हैं, जो हमारा उद्योग तेज गति से आगे प्रगति करने के लिए तट पर है, जो नए नए क्षेत्र, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस हो, सेमीकंडक्टर्स हो, क्रिटिकल मिनरल्स हो, नए नए अति आधुनिक जो क्षेत्र खुल रहे हैं, उसमें जो हमें यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका से मदद मिल सकती है, जो वहां से हमें सामान मिल सकता है, हाई क्वालिटी हाई परफॉर्मेंस डेटा सेंटर्स भारत में आ सकते हैं, लाखों करोड़ रुपए का जो निवेश हम भारत में आकर्षित करने में जुटे हुए हैं। राहुल गांधी जी को क्या मिर्ची लगती है? राहुल गांधी जी को देश की प्रगति से नफरत है? राहुल गांधी जी को हमारी बहनों से, हमारे युवा युवतियों से कोई नाराजगी है जो उनका उज्जवल भविष्य उनसे देखा नहीं जाता है? उन्होंने जवाब देना पड़ेगा देश की जनता को कि इस नकारात्मक सोच के पीछे वो क्या चाहते हैं। और मित्रों, मैं पूरी तरीके से निंदा करता हूं राहुल गांधी जी और उनके सभी पार्टी और मित्र पक्ष के नेताओं का, जो इस प्रकार की ओछी सोच, नकारात्मक सोच फैलाने का पाप कर रहे हैं। वो भारत का उज्जवल भविष्य नहीं चाहते। वो हर प्रकार से राजनीतिक अराजकता फैलाने की कोशिश करते हैं। पार्लियामेंट में आपने उनका रवैया देखा, उनका सोच पूरे देश ने देखा। वो हमारे आर्मी के जवानों पर कम विश्वास करते हैं, हमारे सेना के ऊपर प्रश्न चिन्ह उठाते हैं, हमारे उद्योग जगत के भविष्य को खराब करना चाहते हैं। मुझे लगता है अब समय आ गया है कि देश की जनता, राहुल गांधी जी हो, ममता बनर्जी जी हो, चाहे तृणमूल के अभिषेक बनर्जी हो या तमिलनाडु के एमके स्टालिन, उदयनिधि स्टालिन, श्री बालू जी, श्री मारन जी, कानीमोजी जी, कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के नेता, समाजवादी के अखिलेश यादव जी, देश की जनता इन सब नेताओं से माफी मांगेगी और उनको जवाबदेही ठहराएगी उनके इस नकारात्मक रवैये के लिए। वो जनहित के पूरी तरीके से खिलाफ है, वो देश की प्रगति, देश के उज्जवल भविष्य के खिलाफ है। अनाप शनाप आरोप लगा रहे हैं और जिस प्रकार के विषय उठा रहे हैं, एक नेता ने पूछा, अमेरिकी अध्यक्ष ने, अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति ने पहले क्यों ट्वीट किया? अरे भाई, रेसिप्रोकल टैरिफ तो अमेरिका ने लगाया था, अमेरिका ने रेसिप्रोकल टैरिफ कम करना था। तो जब उनको टैरिफ कम कर रहे हैं और 50 से सीधा 18% इतना कम हुआ, तो उसकी जानकारी तो उधर से ही आएगी। स्वाभाविक है कि उनको टैरिफ कम कर रहे हैं तो उसकी जानकारी राष्ट्रपति माननीय डोनाल्ड ट्रंप जी देंगे। और इस मौके पे मैं माननीय राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप का भी धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं, जिन्होंने प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मित्रता का सम्मान किया। उन्होंने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को विश्व का, हमारे स्पर्धा वाले देशों में सबसे अच्छा बढ़िया ट्रेड डील दिया और आगे चल के भारत और अमेरिका के बीच संबंध और मजबूत हो और उज्जवल भविष्य दोनों देशों के लोगों का हम सुनिश्चित करें, उसकी शुभेच्छा दी। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ये जो ट्रेड डील की गई है, ये मात्र एक ट्रेड डील नहीं है, ये एक पड़ाव है भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य का। ये आगे आने वाले दिनों का शुभ संकेत है, जब भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था और तेजी से आगे बढ़ेगी। आज चारों ओर इसकी सराहना देखने को मिलती है। कल रात से ही
जिस प्रकार से देश और विदेश में लोग इस डील की तारीफ कर रहे हैं, जिस प्रकार से चारों ओर लोग सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं भारत और यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के बीच ये डील, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ये जो जनता ने ठुकराए हुए नेता हैं, द फेल्ड ग्रुप ऑफ disparate, disgruntled and rejected leaders of the Congress party and their friends in the DMK, Trinamool Congress, Communist parties, Samajwadi Party, the entire India Alliance leaders who have failed India very badly, who have failed Bharat in all respects, will be rejected by the people of India, who will teach them a lesson for their negativity and for their anti-India, anti-national thinking. Friends, we stand for the people of India. We stand for national interest, and today 140 crore Indians are celebrating a trade deal which is under final stages of detailing between the negotiating teams of both countries. We will be shortly issuing a joint statement by both countries along with the details which we will be shortly inking between the United States of America and India. And as soon as the final understanding of the deal is inked and the joint statement is finalized, technical processes are completed, full details will be shared. But I can assure the people of India, I can assure 140 crore brothers and sisters that this is a deal that will make every Indian proud, that will protect the interest of every Indian and provide huge opportunities for all the people of India and will protect the sensitive sectors, the interests of our agriculture and our dairy sectors in full respect, opening up huge opportunities for our labor-intensive sectors, export sectors in textiles, plastics, apparel, home decor, leather and footwear, gems and jewelry, organic chemicals, rubber goods, machineries, so many products, aircraft components. This is truly a deal that every Indian can be proud of. India is a fast-growing economy. We are the fastest growing large economy in the country, in the world. India's demand is continuously increasing. Our demand for ICT products, our demand for data center equipment, our demand for high quality technology and innovation, our demand for raw materials is continuously rising. And in that situation, this deal also opens up opportunities for India to get the best in class, world-class technologies to further power the India growth story, the Indian economy. I commend this deal to every Indian, to 140 crore Bharatvasis. Thank you very much.
Speaking on the historic India-US trade deal, he goes on to say that the trade deal is under the final stages and will be issuing a joint statement shortly after. Along with the details, he further assured every Indian that this historic deal, being hailed as the father of all deals, will make every Indian proud. The Commerce Minister did not leave any stone unturned to tell us how India is on the right path, on the right trajectory of growth. And then there are some leaders like Rahul Gandhi and the opposition who are not interested in India's growth. They're misleading India, misleading the nation with lies. Piyush Goyal also assured every Indian that the key sensitive sectors of India, they have not been compromised, which includes the dairy, the farmers, and even the agriculture sector. He further said that this is a win-win deal and that the negotiators maintain dialogue with the United States of America. Tariffs have been reduced from 50% to 18%. He also said that the deal that India got, is the best in the neighborhood. And of course, Piyush Goyal was one of the warriors behind the trade deal. But he also went on to say that why is the LOP, why are the opposition parties in India so against the trade deal? And why are they spewing lies? Why are they against India's growth at this point of time? He also said that the interest of farmers have not been compromised. The interest of agricultural sector has not been compromised, and that this deal gives a cheer, a big push to various sectors like leather, carpet, and textile as well. He said that the deal is under the final stages and it will be signed in few days, and it is in the final stages, after which the details of the full deal will be shared. He also spoke about the mayhem that was caused in Parliament today because of Rahul Gandhi and the Congress MPs, and he also said that if US, that Rahul Gandhi is rather misleading the nation at this point of time. Well, that was India's Commerce Minister giving a lowdown on the historic trade deal between India and the United States of America, further emphasizing that this deal will open up huge opportunities for domestic farmers, MSMEs, and also skilled workers. And that he said that there's been great bondholming between India and the United States of America, after which this trade deal was signed. Of course, giving concrete answers to all these allegations spewed by Rahul Gandhi and the lies that he said the deal was struck under some kind of compromise. Let's now go across to my colleague Akhilesh, who is joining me from outside Parliament. Akhilesh, of course, Piyush Goyal there asserting that this deal will make every Indian proud. But talk to us more about the politics which has erupted. Piyush Goyal also saying that the opposition parties, including Rahul Gandhi, are only interested in spewing lies and they're not interested in India's growth, because this deal, the fact is that India has got the best deal in the neighborhood, 18% tariffs at this point of time.
That's correct. In fact, Piyush Goyal was very categorical in attacking the opposition party MPs. He mentioned that how Congress MPs disrupted parliament proceedings today. And in fact, in both the houses, the Congress MPs were vocal. And outside also, they protested what they call is the anti-farmer move by the Modi government by signing this deal with the United States of America. But Piyush Goyal also pointed out that it was Congress party during the UPA government which wanted to sign a free trade agreement with China, which the Modi government did not allow when it came to power in 2014. And he also said that all the opposition parties, be it Congress Party, TMC, or Samajwadi Party or DMK, they are basically jealous of India's growth. So he was very categorical in attacking all these opposition parties. But there are certain questions which remain unanswered, because opposition parties have raised certain questions about the deal and the character of the deal, and asking about how the interests of the farmers will be protected in the deal. But he did not disclose, maybe because he wanted to make a statement inside Parliament. So the press conference basically targeted the political parties, the opposition parties, and not disclosing much about the contours of the deal of
absolutely. And Piyush Goyal there said that the deal is in the final stages. It will be signed and details will be out for every one of us, and asserting that this deal will make every Indian very proud. But thanks, Akhilesh, for getting us the latest. Right now, slipping into a very short break, but come right back. Lots lined up for you here on NDTV 24/7.
इनको यहाँ से जाना ही होगा।
जय मां दुर्गा!
There is no bigger battle in 2026. And nobody has reported Bengal like I have. Buckle up for an unforgettable election thriller.